I'm ready to dive in to my self-publishing journey, and I'd like you all to come along with me, okay? Let's all learn something from this process. Now, there are some things that I've already done, like my covers, but when I get to that point, though, I'll backtrack a little bit. So I'm gonna try really, really hard not to miss any of the steps, okay? Today, I plugged it into Gemini. The question of, okay, what's the first thing I need to do now that I know that I have to format it? What can I do along with my formatting? What's the task I can put on my calendar? Oh, so let me tell you too. I have my 2 computers here, 2 laptops, and one is an old Chromebook that is barely alive, but I like to use it, and I carry it around everywhere because if I drop it, I'm not losing a whole lot. I've gotten my money's worth out of it, and then some. And then I have, every show my oldest son says, quit calling YouTube video shows. Yes. But anyway, every video that I've seen on AuthorTube always has somebody with either coffee or tea, almost always tea. The women tend to go for tea. Okay, so this is dandelion root, good for the liver. There you go. Tastes good too. And I have my brand new, it just came, so excited, my calendar where I'm going to plot everything out because I'm very visual and old school, so I have to write things down. I can't use spreadsheets and whatever is the new thing that all the kids do. I have no idea. But I just want to write things down. So, and I wouldn't doubt that I would write my book by hand if I didn't have such bad handwriting. Yeah. So anyway, this is the first step. So I plugged into Gemini. What's my next step? Okay, I'm formatting. What's next? So, and I'll get to the formatting on another video. But I just kind of wanted it. I already know that's going to happen this week and hopefully be done by Sunday. And I'll get into that, like I said, in the next video or so. But I'm trying to track what's the next thing. So it said, since you've officially picked your debut and set your May 4th flag in the ground, your first step alongside formatting is securing your ISBNs. Okay, so I'm going to write down that. So my project for tomorrow, and I get to February. Bear with me. February. And today is the 25th. So on the 26th, I'm looking at ISBNs. Okay, so I'm going to look for ISBNs. And this talks about, Gemini is talking about, free Amazon ISBNs, find your own, Boiker. That's it, Boiker. So I'm going to write that on here. ISBNs from Boiker. And we'll talk about that probably in the next video. I'm just trying to set the groundwork right now. See, and hopefully what helps me publish my book will also then help you as well. And I'm not just doing this from Gemini. I'm also trying to learn from authors who have published and succeeded and make a living at this. So, and I am moving on to this next part. And let me tell you, this is strange. Okay. Remember how I've said in other videos, maybe 2 other videos, that AI can be stupid? Well, yeah, it phrases things in the oddest ways and gets confused and all of that stuff. But it's very good at analyzing. But if you put anything into it that you think is important to you, it hangs on to that and then regurgitates it in the strangest places. So this says, in the Southern Gothic road aesthetic, this is part of the journey where you're filling out the paperwork to prove the road exists. Okay, weird sentence. Moving on. So, tip, it says, if you plan to write more than 1 book, buy the 10-pack. Well, I have 2 books raring to go. I just have to get them formatted. So I will buy the 10-pack. And I also have 2 more books. Hopefully that will be done by the end of the year. Maybe I'm a little too hopeful with that, but that's my dream. 4 this year. Boom. That would be amazing. And so I'll buy the 10-pack. From what I understand, I don't have the prices on here. Gemini has not given that to me, but I have read before that to buy one is extremely expensive, $100 and something. And if you buy a 10-pack, it's just under $300. So you can see, hey, I'm no math whiz, but it's obvious that the 10-pack is the way to go. It says the next thing to do is to finalize the metadata, the digital packaging. While your computer is busy with formatting, you need to finalize the data that tells the world that your book is. That your book is. That's great. So thank you. That's my son in the background, upset about evidently how I made his Arnold Palmer. Anyway, I guess he didn't like it. Let's see. On your ACES, start a document for the blurb. This is different from your 9 out of 10 query. Yeah, I don't need this this is too remedial. Of course, that's not the same as my 9 out of 10 query. This is the sales copy for the back of the book. Yes, I know. Then it says categories. You need to find the specific subgenres on Amazon. For you, this would be things like Southern Gothic, paranormal, literary fiction, or small town horror. It's definitely not small town horror. No. Horror, no. The paranormal part is more of the thread, not the star of the show. No. Okay, what is going on over there? Do you need a palate cleanser? Do you need some water? Okay. Anyway. Let's see. Keywords, the 7 phrases people type into the search bar to find a book like yours. Okay, I get that, and once I get to that point, I'll dive into that more deeply in a video. And then again, here it goes again. A caretaker efficiency tip. Since you are formatting right now, do the ebook and paperback simultaneously. Paperback needs specific margins, the gutter, so the text doesn't get lost in the spine. Okay, this isn't exactly what I was hoping to get from Gemini. I wanted more of a step 1, step 2, not everything fleshed out and telling me instructions. I'm not going to remember any of this, and I'm certainly not going to write all of this, and I'm not going to print all of this. I just kind of wanted more of a quick little boom, 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 boom. I evidently did not explain myself well to Gemini. So ISBNs, what else did it tell me to do? I already have my KDP account. That's what it tells me to do on number 3. I'm trying to get to something that I guess I could write my blurb, but I'm not going to do that yet. Yeah, that's all it gave me. Those 3 things. Yeah, that's not helpful. So let me say, tomorrow is buying the ISBNs. I'll start my formatting. So I'll talk about that on my next video. And we'll go from there. And hopefully, by the time I do talk about those things with you, I'll have more of this fleshed out. So that because what I'm really looking for is to have a guideline so that I'm not overwhelmed. The whole thing is don't overwhelm Lorraine, or she just sits immobile. Yes, third person talking there. So, yeah, my goal is to have this done, my book, released May 4th this year, because that's my birthday, and it's also May the 4th be with you, and I don't want to don't want to get sued from Star Wars or anything. I can say that mine's from something. I said the 4th be with you. The Force be with you. Is it Monday again? It's been the longest week. Anybody else have that problem? Where it feels like this whole week has just been dragging, and I can't quite put my finger on why. I mean, it's not like I'm doing anything markedly different every day. My routine is kind of the same routine. So, I don't know. Tea break. Okay, good stuff. So, that's what I'm going to do. I'll have to cut off for now. Leave me to do it, okay? It's too much to watch, okay? Watch me just do nothing. As I stare at the screen and go, what? Yeah, my main thing is I'm looking for, and I'm going around in circles, aren't I? Bear with me. If you're going to watch me in my process of any of this, then whether it's writing or planning, I go down a lot of rabbit trails and I circle back a lot. I hum a lot sometimes. Yeah, and talk to myself. So bear with me. I do know that I want a timeline for setting up my ARC readers. That's the most intimidating part to me right now, is I know I have to have a lot of reviews. And by a lot, I mean like they say 5 to 10. That's not a lot. I get it. But it's a lot for a debut. You know, it's a lot for a debut novel. And I want, especially a self-published one, that's not getting the push of a publishing house behind me. So I'm trying to figure out how to do an ironclad version of that, because this is totally new.
The rest of the women in this cousin of the tea one.
Do you now? So you can spit it out some more.
No, I won't.
Okay. Well, we'll see about that. He wants some more lemonade stuff. So, and I say stuff because it's in the tea, of course. Okay. You're trying to steal my show. Okay, not a show. Show. There I go again. Show. My video. Anyway, I'll say bye for now, and stick with me in this journey. I hope you will. And tell me where you're at in your journey. Are you just now writing? Have you written it? Are you trying to query? Are you self-publishing? I want to know. Leave that information in the comments. And if you want to continue following along, subscribe. Like and subscribe. I'd love to have you at One Story House with me as I figure out this whole self-publishing thing. Thanks. All right. Bye-bye.